Welcome to Own Your Power, the podcast from FG Own Your Power, where we turn the hard truth about bullying into tools you can actually use, how to deal with toxic family members. Let's get into it. Recognizing the blueprint of toxicity, it's not always what you think. Dealing with toxic family members is perhaps one of the most emotionally challenging battles we face. Unlike conflict with friends or colleagues, the deep-rooted history, shared experiences, and societal expectations of family can make disentanglement feel almost impossible. The first step towards healing and resilience is recognizing the signs of toxicity, which often extend far beyond overt aggression. Toxic behaviors within families can manifest in myriad ways, often subtly eroding your self-worth and peace over time. These aren't always dramatic arguments. Sometimes they're patterns of control, manipulation, or emotional neglect. It's crucial to understand that these dynamics are not your fault. Research, such as that by the American Psychological Association, extensively links prolonged exposure to bullying, even within family units, to the development of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD symptoms. This underscores the profound lasting impact of sustained emotional harm. Consider these common manifestations of family toxicity. Constant criticism and belittling. They frequently put you down, making you feel inadequate. Gaslighting. They deny your reality, making you question your sanity.
The Journal of Family Violence 2024 provides a clinical review establishing gaslighting as a distinct and insidious form of psychological abuse. Boundary violations, they disregard your personal space, choices, or emotional limits. Manipulation, they use guilt, silent treatment, or emotional blackmail to control your decisions. Lack of empathy, they are consistently unable or unwilling to understand your feelings or perspectives. Triangulation, they involve a third party in a conflict, avoiding direct communication and often turning people against each other. Recognizing these patterns is the initial empowering step towards reclaiming your narrative and well-being. Understanding why it hurts so much. The psychological impact, the pain inflicted by toxic family members is often more profound than that from outsiders because it strikes at our fundamental need for belonging, love, and security. Our families are our first teachers, shaping our identity and understanding of the world. When that foundation is built on instability or negativity, it can leave deep psychological scars. This isn't just about feeling sad, it's about a foundational disruption. The psychological toll of enduring toxic family dynamics is significant and well documented. Persistent exposure can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. You might find yourself constantly on edge, struggling with low self-esteem, or battling feelings of guilt and shame.
This is not a weakness on your part. It's a natural response to an unhealthy environment. Quote, when a family member consistently diminishes your value, they are effectively dimming your light, piece by painful piece. This erosion of self-worth is a direct attack on your inner peace and potential. The impact can extend to other relationships, making it difficult to trust or form healthy connections. You might inadvertently repeat unhealthy relationship patterns learned within your family. Acknowledging this impact is crucial for healing. It allows you to move from self-blame to self-compassion, recognizing that you've been navigating a challenging landscape. The emotional labor involved in simply existing in such an environment is immense, often leaving individuals depleted and struggling to thrive in other areas of their lives. Setting the unbreakable seal, practical boundary setting strategies. Boundaries are not about cutting people off entirely. They are about establishing clear guidelines for how you expect to be treated. They are essential for protecting your mental and emotional health. Think of them as an invisible fence around your personal space, dictating what's allowed in and what stays out. This is not a luxury, it's a necessity for self-preservation. When setting boundaries with toxic family members, clarity, consistency, and kindness to yourself are paramount. Here are actionable strategies.
Identify your non-negotiables. What behaviors are absolutely unacceptable to you? For example, no yelling, no unsolicited advice about your parenting, no discussions about your weight. Be specific. Write them down if it helps you solidify them in your mind. This clarity is your foundation. Communicate clearly and concisely. Use I statements. Instead of "you always criticize me," try "I feel hurt when my choices are criticized, and I need you to respect my decisions." State the boundary and the consequence if it's crossed. For instance, if this topic comes up again, I will have to end the conversation. Start small, then scale. You don't have to overhaul every dynamic overnight. Begin with 1 or 2 boundaries that are frequently violated. Perhaps it's ending phone calls when you're being criticized or leaving a gathering when a certain topic arises. Success with smaller boundaries builds confidence for larger ones. Practice the broken record technique. Toxic individuals often try to argue, deflect, or guilt trip you into abandoning your boundary. Repeat your boundary statement calmly and firmly without engaging in a debate. I understand you see it differently, but I will not discuss that topic. Enforce consequences. A boundary without a consequence is merely a suggestion. If your boundary is crossed, follow through.
That's it for this episode of Own Your Power. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs it and find 40+ free tools to recognize, document, and stop bullying at fgownyourpower.com. You've got the power. We'll see you next time.